Trends in route optimization. Joining us today to speak about that is Carolin Pieper, Global Sales Enablement Manager at EPG. Carolin, it is great to see you once again. Welcome.
Thank you, Russell.
Carolin, there's so many areas we need to touch on here, but let's just start out with digitalization. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about artificial intelligence. Both of those top of mind for folks in supply chain. What have you got to say?
I think the most fundamental change in logistics has been the move from manual processes towards digitalization. Also, if you look around here at the booths, it's like probably every third booth has something to do with AI or with digitalization. That is because we see that the economy, the global economy, is not growing that fast anymore, but costs are rising. So companies are really pressured for making their operations more efficient. And take, for example, route optimization. So route optimization used to be a very manual task. So used to be either be done on pen and paper or with Excel. And for dispatchers, it's been such a complex task because basically there are so many different variables that they need to take into account, like time windows, the fleet capacity, the different vehicle types, driver skills, and then also traffic and how that changes throughout the day. So it's been an extremely complex task, and that's why we now see there are more and more companies using actually optimized route or route optimization and using sophisticated tools to actually get the efficiency gains that they need to remain competitive.
There's no doubt about it that, especially as you mentioned, AI is something that everybody here at the Manifest event is talking about. They all want to know how it is that this can, optimize my situation, help me deal with all of these issues, that keep cropping up all the time. Very important topic there. You mentioned something about drivers, and with that it leads me to into the next area that I want to explore, and that's driver shortages. Clearly a challenge for many companies.
Absolutely.
So walk us through what's going on in that area. What do you say?
So driver shortage is indeed a very big challenge in the logistics sector, and it's increasing. So what we see is that there are not just not enough drivers, but also the drivers that are there, they're aging. So they won't be there for infinitely.
Sure.
And also new talent isn't coming into the industry, so the job isn't that attractive anymore. So actually it's a problem that is growing in intensity.
You mentioned that it's the shortage is not only there, but it's not attractive for many folks right now.
Yeah.
That whole thing is exacerbated by baby boomers leaving that profession.
Yeah.
And people talk about what we need to do to try to make it more attractive to a younger cohort. Is that really happening? Is that is that something that we can be successful at? Can we bring in new people?
It's definitely one of the key elements that need to be done, make the job of a driver more attractive so that actually more people want to become a driver. That's one of the areas that companies can do to also retain talent, make sure that your company is attractive and that you retain the drivers that you have, plus getting new ones in. But what you can also do is automate as much as you can so that your drivers can really focus on their core activities, which is driving. You can do a lot with IoT, vehicle checks, pressure of tires. A lot of these things can be done by IoT and don't need to be done by drivers. So you can really use your drivers then for driving.
Sure.
And lastly, there is software as route optimization, which actually makes your operations more efficient so that you need fewer vehicles to deliver the same. So you basically deliver the same with fewer people.
Not just that, but you can lower your costs because of the fuel consumption is going to be lessened. So that is truly a boon there. One of the things I wanted to talk with you about is delivery estimates, precision in that area there. Walk us through there. Just what are the challenges? What needs to be done there?
It's not necessarily a challenge. It's more something that we see is extremely important, estimated time of arrival. It's been an evolution, so to say. So
walk us through that. What's going on there?
So 10 years ago, if you ordered something online, you would have received a notification that your package is going to arrive on Thursday. and that would have been it. Like, it may have then arrived on Thursday or Friday. But today, Thursday is no longer sufficient. So people really want to know in shorter time windows when the item is going to arrive at their doorstep. They even want to know it in such a short time window as 2 hours. So that means that companies need to ensure that they do match these time windows, and also that they update the people of where the vehicles are currently at. So that in case you shouldn't match that time window, customers know already up front that the ETA has changed, and won't be unsatisfied or unhappy if you then don't match your time window.
Well, clearly that's very, very important data for companies to be on top of, no doubt about that. Let's talk about sustainability. Let's talk about e-vehicles, just what's going on in that area there. What would you say?
So I don't know how important or what kind of priority sustainability is going to have here in the US, but what we see in Europe, like, sustainability is a top priority in logistics. And like, we see that companies are electrifying their fleets, like having hybrid fleets or completely like fully electric fleets. We see that micro hubs are, especially in urban areas, are like coming, and we also see the use of alternative fuels. And that is all to be greener and to also cut emissions. So it's not something that is only imposed by the government, like regulation. It used to be, and I also have a feeling like sustainability used to be a marketing buzzword, but it's really moving towards companies want to cut on emissions, because cutting on emissions means you, like, if you have an electric fleet, like, it's cheaper to refuel. So you have cost savings. If you save CO2, you might do so because you drive fewer miles or you use fewer vehicles. So going green and being sustainable, it's not just about CO2, but also about reducing costs.
Well, clearly what they're making is that it's a good business argument, to be sustainable.
Yeah, true.
Bringing this all home, we want to talk about EPG for just a moment. I'm sure there's some folks who are listening, watching the video, and they don't know much about the company or anything about the company. So give us an idea of what the focus of EPG is. What would you say?
Yeah. So EPG stands for Erhard Partner Group. We are a German-based company and basically offering software like like warehouse management system, warehouse control system, voice picking solutions, and also TMS. So basically products for the entire supply chain end to end. And I specifically work for GreenPlan. That's our routing optimization. And like, the idea for GreenPlan came when our founder, Clemens Beckmann, he noticed, or he learned, that American drivers do not stick to the routes that planners planned for them with traditional systems. And that was because drivers had the feeling that the person who planned the routes for them didn't really know their delivery district, because they were constantly driving into traffic and therefore deteriorated from the routes given. And that was why GreenPlan was founded, because we really take a different approach. Like, we get traffic data from TomTom, like predicted traffic data, and this determines, next to time windows and other things, like determines the routes that we do. Like, our routes are anti-cyclic to traffic, and with our routes we really try to minimize the delays caused by congestion. So that's something that really sets us apart and makes our routes faster, more efficient in terms of costs, and also more reliable in terms of on-time punctuality.
Clearly there's a comprehensive and full suite of services there at EPG, but I must say the approach you're taking to route optimization is very, very impressive. Listen, I know you're busy here at Manifest, but you found time to speak with us. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Russell.
So that's Carolin Pieper, EPG. You're speaking with us today about trends in route optimization, perhaps in your enterprise. Thanks for watching.